Welcome back to Footballology. So up next, I have DeAngelo Malone coming out of Western Kentucky. Now he's a prospect that I've been watching since last year. I really thought he was coming out last year, and I was really excited for him. So I've been like really staying in tune with this guy. But he decided to go back and play one more season, which I think actually helped him out a little bit because I think last year you probably would have got him around the fifth or sixth round. I think him going back playing one more season really actually benefited him. And sometimes that's really hard to say for a lot of prospects. I think if you're a guy at the back half of the draft, you could possibly go back and increase your stock, which DeAngelo did. But then some guys, whatever. Long story short, DeAngelo decided to come out this year, or he's coming out this year, and I think he's a really interesting prospect. He's a really good speed rusher, but something that he showed while he was at the Senior Bowl, he showed that he can actually be a power rusher. Like he was actually bull rushing some guys, and that was something that I wasn't sure that he really had in his repertoire. I wasn't sure if he would actually be able to push over some guys or really kind of run through some guys, and that's something that he showed while he was at the Senior Bowl. And even during the Senior Bowl game, he was actually controlling people with strength, and I thought that was really impressive. Looking at his career stats, you see he had 34 career sacks, and I thought that was really impressive. Even if we took out his freshman year in 2017, he still finished around 32 and a half. I thought that was just mind blowing in my personal opinion. And we talked about this all the time. Sacks is something that can easily translate into the next level, especially if it's a guy who is a pure pass rusher. Now with DeAngelo, he has the athleticism to play on the edge. I would like to see him in a 3-4 system. I think that he's a guy that can easily drop back in zone, maybe get a deflection or two, get an interception here and there, whatever. But I think he won't be a full liability like some guys that are just pure pass rushers. I think he could do a little bit of both. So that's why I feel more comfortable putting him in a 3-4 out position. And then looking at some of his numbers, if we go over, we see that in the combine, he only did his bench press. That was it, which is kind of unfortunate because you want to kind of match him up with some of the other guys. But he did do some workouts and he did some on the field workout drills, and I thought he was pretty impressive in those. Looked pretty decent, looked pretty fluid, and like I said, once again, good size at 6'3", 243. I'm not sure because I just watched an interview with him. He said he put on an extra 15 pounds, but I'm not sure if it's 15 from that 43 or if it's that 43 was actually counted. I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't need to do a little bit more research on that, but any way it goes, 243 I think is a good solid size for him. Now this is what's really impressive. So he decided to run his 40 at his pro day. As you can see, he ran a 4.56. This is something that was clocked. That I think he even said himself in an interview that I watched. He said that somebody clocked him at a 4.53. That's mind blowing at that weight and size. That's perfect. That's exactly what you would want. So it says here that he weighed at 239. At the combine, he's at 243. So I'm not sure if he dropped a couple of pounds just so he can run a little bit faster. I'm not sure. But that was something that I personally found really impressive. And then I found another website where they actually had his 40 from his pro day, his vert from his pro day, which he jumped 35 and a half. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Once again, I'm just kind of finding with the numbers I can find. Now here it says he ran a 3 cone at 7.0. I think during the interview he said he ran it in 3 cone at like a 6 something. So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I think he can do. I definitely believe that he can run a 3 cone in a 6 point something. So I'm not denying that at all. I think that he can definitely do that. Shuttle once again is a 4.3, which is really good. Shows that he has a really good lower body strength. I like to see the vertical a little bit better, but these numbers are just numbers. That's it. Like we're not really paying too much attention to these. I think that was really important though, that show that he can still show the athleticism, especially at that size. Now the most trouble that I was having with him is comparisons. I was thinking about every pass rusher out there, any 3-4 pass rusher that I could really come up with, and this comparisons is it's mind blowing because this is a Hall of Famer, and I think this is just shooting for the stars. I literally was just trying to find something that kind of sink my teeth into that made me feel a little bit better. And I'm telling you guys right now, this is like a 15% match as far as comparisons. I don't feel 100% comfortable with this, but I went with DeMarcus Ware. Now with DeMarcus Ware, as you can see, he was like 6'5", 251. This is all measurables during the combine. And then he ran a 4.6 during the combine, and then he put up 27 reps. Malone put up 23 reps. Once again, like I said, the biggest thing that I was concerned with him, if anything, is that if he had that bull rush or that power to his game. He showed a little bit of it at the Senior Bowl. Hopefully that's something he can build off of and continue to add that into his repertoire. But like I said, DeMarcus Ware, and that's shooting for the moon right there, right? Like that's just shooting completely up there. But this is the closest thing I felt really comfortable with as far as 40-yard dash, vert, 3 cone, just everything that I could find measurable wise. Now the height is a little bit off and the weight's a little bit off, but other than that, that was like as far as like athletic measurables. DeMarcus Ware was the closest thing I felt comfortable with going with. I looked at the Bosa brothers. I looked at TJ Watt. I looked at every edge rusher that's currently in the league. And like I said, I was really having a lot of trouble comparing him to someone and trying to figure out what I could finally sink my teeth into and kind of give you guys an idea of what I think he could possibly be. But DeMarcus Ware is what I came up with. Don't shoot me for it. Like I said, it's not a complete match, but I do like him. I think that he actually has an opportunity to go in this year's draft round. I've been mocking him around the 3rd to 5th round once again, depending on the team needs and everything like that. And I think that with that pro day and with all the scouts, whatever scouts decided to show up, clearly the Steelers were there because I think that was the Steelers article that I found. Whatever teams are there, I think they're going to raise him up a little bit more on their draft board. He's a raw project guy. But once again, when we talk about these late round guys, do you have physical traits that I can work with that I can then build on? And DeAngelo Malone has a lot of those physical traits. Like I said, he's really athletic. I think he plays well in space. I think he's the guy that you can fit in space, and he won't become a liability for you. So putting him in a 3-4 system, allow him to draw back. Now, I don't want to see him. Now, this is what I would be mostly afraid of, because this happened to Aaron Curry a while ago. If anybody that knows Aaron Curry coming out of Wake Forest, Aaron Curry was the guy that should have been in a 3-4 system, being able to rush the passer mostly and drop him back on occasions. But he went to Seattle and they purely put him in coverage situations, and it kind of phased him out a little bit. And that was really unfortunate because Aaron Curry had a lot of physical traits. He had a lot of good stuff going for him. DeAngelo Malone is that same kind of guy. I don't want to see him in a 4-3 outside linebacker position in mostly coverages. No, I want to see him as a pass rusher. The Philadelphia Eagles even did my boy Patrick Johnson that I made a video on last year like that. They put him in a 3-4 out position. Dude's a pass rusher. I want to see DeAngelo Malone in pass rushing situations mostly. I'm talking about like 70 to 80% pass rushing situations and 30 to 20% pass coverage situations. That's it. Like that's where that ratio needs to be, and that's why I really like to see him in a 3-4 outside linebacker position. Or I mean, if you want to put him a defense end, then so be it. He'd be that really quick, speedy edge rusher guy. I think he can make a home there too. But I'm saying if they could get the most out of his physical skill set, is to be in a 3-4 outside linebacker position. That's just, I don't know. Now I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but that's how I feel. I'm really excited about this guy. Like I said, I've been watching him since last year. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do at the next level, and I think he has an opportunity to really grow and develop into something. Him doing what he did at the Senior Bowl, really showing up, and that he had that physicality to his game. I think that really kind of put a couple more teams on notice, and hopefully he gets on the right roster and where he can actually flourish and really show his physical traits. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about DeAngelo Malone. Do you think he could be somebody that you could see your personal team taking? Do you think that he's a guy that could be just a pure edge rusher, or do you want to see him in the 4-3 outside linebacker position, or do you have a better NFL comparisons? Because that's that one right there. Like I said, I struggled really hard with this one. So let me know what you think in the comment section below for sure. I'll be looking out for that. And if you're not a footballologist yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. Go and hit that thumbs up today. If you're not a footballologist, go on and hit that subscribe button today and become a footballologist. And stay safe, football fans.